YouTube, good day, good evening to others. Uh, just got an update. Wanted to get you guys on some information that is popping up now with respect to some of the networks. So that'll be the main portion of this video. But what I want to start with are some quick hits in Android and hardware and on some software things here. So for those of you on the T-Mobile network, maybe you pre-ordered your LG G6. Looks like those are starting to ship as of today or tomorrow. So if you ordered the brand new flagship from LG, the G6, you may be getting that shortly. You could probably estimate 3 to 5 business days, so possibly sometime next week. Those of you that own the unlocked NextBit Robin, you may be part of the beta testing. It looks like the NuGet update is on its way. So possibly you may have received it if you're a beta tester, or maybe it's starting to roll out to some. So be on the lookout for that if you own the NextBit Robin. To Android users, Super Mario Run has officially dropped. It's available in the Google Play Store. There's the free version, and that'll cost you nothing. And they have the paid version as does Apple. So that came out, I believe, yesterday, the day before. So for those of you wanting to play the Super Mario Run game, it is available now on Android in the Play Store. Another quick hit, T-Mobile users with the S7 and S7 Edge. Coming your way should be the March security patch. So for those that like a secure device, maybe you do online banking, Samsung's always been really good with security patches. Here comes your March security patch. Also for the Google Pixel owners, Nexus 5X, Nexus P, 6P, or Nexus 6 owners, or any Nexus, I guess, for that matter, going back to the 5 possibly. The Android O developer preview is now available to download and install on your device. Now, Android developer previews are not stable. They're not for day-to-day use. As a daily driver, it's probably not going to be a good experience. So if you have a spare Nexus or secondary driver that you own that's a Nexus or Pixel, you can give that a shot, download and install. Check it out, see what Android O is going to have. And last quick hit I wanted to mention for now is the Nokia brand phone. For anybody that knows the Finnish company, they are a legend in the game. Not recently, but they definitely have some juice and a very strong cult following. They are going to be shipping their new Android devices to the U.S. The models were not announced. The details on it was not announced, but be on the lookout for Nokia phones to hit United States shores sometime within this calendar year and next year. Now, some of the concepts I wanted to talk about today revolve around carrier networks. And I'll start by talking about some tech within the network realm, and then we'll talk a little bit about carrier promotion and some results from Q1 in terms of postpaid customers and churn rates. So first, there was an article here on Fierce Wireless, T-Mobile chiming in on the 5G developments. Looks like T-Mobile is not a believer in a total deployment of 5G. Oops. So let's see here. Back to the Fierce Wireless page here. T-Mobile is concerned about the investment that companies are putting into 5G. Maybe it's a little bit premature and people are kind of jumping the gun, but it looks like 5G is a bit of a ways away. Me personally, I mean, that kind of goes without saying. I understand that, but there are moves being made to build the infrastructure that could lead the way to 5G. So, I'm not saying that 5G is close, but the developments towards it are now being put in place. The foundation is being built towards it. So he's just saying, hey, pump the brakes. We're not investing, all of our money and capital into it. But yeah, he's definitely saying pump the brakes in that case. Another thing coming up here is the merger and acquisition season. T-Mobile and Sprint deal looks like it's a little bit more possible than we once thought. I always thought it was very possible. In fact, I thought it was probable, being that Sprint is so far in debt and they're having so many issues keeping their customers. and the spending, with Radio Shack and the bankruptcy, they've been a financial mess for a while now. So a merger and acquisition would definitely be fitting in that case. We'll see what happens, what developments come of that. Some more articles there on 5G, and we'll get to that in another article. We'll talk more about 5G. Now, something interesting. On the network side, T-Mobile has just launched some new spectrum in certain markets, I believe. They've already become active and working. I'm not really sure of the details, but it looks like it is possibly the 600 megahertz spectrum. It looks like people are getting some really, really good speed. It's helping with the capacity of the network as well as range. So, the penetration through buildings and walls and homes is really helping people's network connectivity and speeds. So that's always good to see. T-Mobile doing their part for their customers. And one last thing on T-Mobile. The 20% off for life promo that people have been hearing about and mentioning for the last several weeks. Looks like T-Mobile is going to be pulling that off the shelves here. Not everybody knows about this deal. It seems like T-Mobile is using it as kind of like the closer to the deals, allowing certain store managers and salesmen to not allow customers to leave without making their final purchase. So, if they were unable to kind of make their closing argument on closing their deal with their customers, to wrap it up, to put the ribbon on the box, they said, hey, before you go, here is the best I could do for you. Here's an additional 20% off of your bill. Now, there are some stipulations for it. You guys can check it out here on the website. Basically, you have to be a port in from another company, so switching from, either AT&T, Verizon, or Sprint, and, whatever lines you activate, 2, 3, 4 lines, I believe, they will give you 20% off your entire bill, and that is for life, so it would be set. That's a really good deal. So if you were getting, the 3 lines or the 4 lines for $160, you would also get 20% off of that. So you're looking at a savings of another, $30 or so dollars. So definitely an excellent deal to consider. That'll be off the shelves as of March 31st. It does require an invite code from an employee, so be aware of that. And the last thing I wanted to talk about are postpaid ports with respect to AT&T and Verizon. As of Q1, the numbers are in. Verizon and AT&T looks like they lost and decreased their number of postpaid subscriptions. This actually kind of surprises me and kind of does not. Verizon did not engage in the unlimited war up until probably about 3 or 4 weeks ago. I'm not even sure if it may have been a month. Not sure. I know it was in February. So obviously those numbers do not really reflect a full entire, period of having the unlimited plan. And AT&T, obviously, they were kind of like the last ones to kind of jump on the unlimited bandwagon. And their numbers show a decrease in postpaid customers as well. So postpaid subs are down for both Verizon and AT&T for Q1. We'll see what Q2 brings. We'll have the entire quarter with both of those companies offering unlimited plans, customers being aware of it, more and more from a day-to-day basis. They're advertising them. They're on TV. They're online. They're on YouTube ads. It's all over. So we'll see what comes of that. Anyways, that's it for this video. Had some quick hits, a couple mentions on some network developments, and some promotions and some numbers for certain carriers. That's it for this video. Be on the lookout. The next one to come is going to be a video that was similar to the one I did previously. If you are considering going from T-Mobile to Verizon or Verizon to T-Mobile, the next one I'm going to do is a comparison between T-Mobile and AT&T, or vice versa, from AT&T to T-Mobile. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. Give me a like, a subscription, a share. It's greatly appreciated to get the channel out there. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.